What's up, guys? Bam, and welcome to another edition of Wolf King's Vids. Okay, today we're going to be talking about the issue of morality. Many people on the religious right will tell you that morality is impossible without religion or a belief in God. However, this is a bit of misinformation brought about by dogma of not ignorance. There are many branches of philosophy which explain secular moral systems, but we'll explain that later in the vid. Religious people fail to recognize their own inherent problems within their own moral systems. The problem with religious morality, particularly subsets of religious beliefs, including Christianity and Islam, is that they have this belief known as divine command theory, which posits that since God created morality, whatever he does is moral, and in order to be moral, believers must follow God's word. Now, the problem with this type of thinking is that it locks the believer in an authoritarian mindset, which, in order to be moral, you have to follow whatever is dictated by another mind without consideration of what that order is. Now, to elaborate on this, I was in a Google Hangout with G-Man and his friend Veckel, two Christian YouTubers who were both asked if God came to them in whatever the way they perceive it to be. And it told them to kill their kids, would they do it? Both of them said yes. Now, they tried to double down on this, saying that God would never tell them to do this. However, the fact that, and to a degree they got hostile, but the fact that they said this called their entire religious belief into question, and also as it exposed their brainwashing. They're willing to kill their kids if another mind told them to do it. There have been people in history who have killed in the name of their religion, such as the Crusades, the Spanish Inquisition, Salem witch trials, jihads, blasphemy crimes, etc., etc. It was only up until the 18th century, with the Age of Enlightenment, with human beings recognizing that religious dogma, tradition, and authoritarianism were more harmful than good, and human beings using the methods of empirical knowledge, of reason, and of free thought, these were the best tools necessary to solve human problems. It was through these methods that the principle of secularism was invented, where it posits that religious entities must be separate from government. That's why in many first world countries such as the United States we have separation of church and state. Now, many religious critics and philosophers will tell you that secularism is equivalent to atheism and that it's used to oppress religious people. However, this can't be further from the truth. Secularism gives the religious and the non-religious equal footing and an equal voice, a better equal playing field for human rights and civil liberties, or humanism. Now, while many rational thinking people accept these ideals as valid, there are many fundamentalists who will go to extremes to see their worldview substantiated. Examples of this include the KKK terrorizing minority groups, Christian extremists blowing up abortion clinics, Islamists flying planes into buildings and using threats against people who believe in free speech. They will use whatever methods necessary to see their worldview validated. Now, it's because of this that more and more rational people have to stand up and come out of the closets and of hiding and stuff, and actually defend the principles of humanism, of free inquiry and reason, of consequentialism, evolutionary ethics, and other secular moral systems, to defend our open and secular society, where laws are based not on private prejudice, but on publicly verifiable evidence, as our scientific knowledge propels our species into the future. Because in a society where people can make you believe absurdities, they could also make you commit atrocities. Voltaire, although slightly rehashed. But that's my video. This has been Wolf King. Peace out.